There is no competition here. There's no competition. Nobody's here. Nobody's marketing to sellers. Nobody even knows that business. It's almost like wholesale real estate does not even exist here. We're on a mission to help 100 new people get their first deal in 100 cities in 100 days. Guys, we have already done Hawaii, Alaska, Oklahoma City, Chicago, Milwaukee, Green Bay, Minneapolis, Fargo, North Dakota, and today we are heading to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Sioux Falls, about 4-hour drive from Fargo, North Dakota down here. We left at 4 o'clock in the morning. We had a pineapple juice explode in the RV. That's a lot of stickiness.
Now that's what I call a sticky situation.
It's kind of a special state because my wife's history started here, and it was kind of cool thinking I'm gonna go into Sioux Falls today and get my kids to see their part of their heritage and their history. I had a lot of fun with my wife and my kids and really connected with them. So I'm excited for a couple of reasons. We are on a mission on the Creative Nation Tour to go help 100 new people get their first deal. And in this video, we're gonna talk about what is happening in Sioux Falls, what's happening in South Dakota, what's different about this market than other markets, and what would I do if I was dropped in South Dakota, had to start all the way over, and I had to build a business from scratch. I'll tell you that at the end of this video. So Chris Neer is still running this meetup. Chris Neer said, I want to kind of be the leader for both states. Even though we have other leaders in South Dakota, Chris Neer really wants to penetrate and open up and do a lot more deals down here in Sioux Falls. And so he said, can I run the meetup? And I said, heck yeah, you can. Well, today we have about 75 RSVPs for South Dakota. We'll see what happens. I showed up to the social. Chris Neer put it together, walked in. Rachel said, man, these people are so cute. I can't wait for you to hang out. And they were right. Sioux Falls was so great, but I wanted to share with the Sioux Falls people that they figured it out. There's a point where this is just like everything you could ever ask for, the people in Sioux Falls already have. And I wanted them to know that. There's a lot of times where I come to towns like this where I'm like, this is where like the purest, happiest people on the planet are. And I hope you guys know that. When you guys go to other towns and you come back home, do you guys feel that? It's freaking awesome. You guys, this will be on the YouTube channel. Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and Fargo, North Dakota have figured out happiness. I say that to give you guys props for your awesome town, and I can imagine there's pressure that comes to you guys because there's a lot of demand for new builds and apartments and all that kind of stuff, right? And when you're in these towns, you're like, no, we don't want that here. But at the same time, it's kind of nice that your economy's kicking butt. Things are great. North Dakota is like almost unaffected by the slowdown in the economy.
Big time.
Almost. Here, it feels the same way. Like things are booming, people are doing the thing. I drive around, new builds are popping up, all the things are happening. Is that how you guys kind of feel here?
In fact, I was just studying a little bit of the real estate market here.
Yeah.
Again, same thing that I found in North Dakota. You guys are experiencing some incredible insulation. If you've ever had this thought in your head of, oh, maybe I should be choosing a different market, or maybe there'd be better action somewhere else, this is probably one of the safest, best places to invest in the United States, hands down.
We also jumped into leads. Now, this was interesting. This is a very different thing of what we did with leads tonight. So Jerry has been giving us leads from a company called warmleadsdaily.com. Jerry's sponsoring the tour. This other company, Lead Genie, we decided let's try their leads and compete them with Jerry's leads. Because I know this other company has good quality leads and people make money. A lot of my sub-2 students make money from these leads. So I know they're quality leads. I know that. But Jerry's got a new product. And so I wanted to give him feedback. And so we changed the way that the meetup was done tonight. We just said, hey, let's get everybody to make calls. Let's make it super simple. And all we're going to do is ask these people to make calls and see if the sellers are still interested in selling the house before the end of the year and gauge their interest based on a 1 to 10. Something anybody can do. Here's what we want to do tonight. Does anybody want to take some action and have some fun? Okay.
Let's go.
Cool. All right, so here's a backstory to what we're going to do. And some people are going to be afraid to make some calls tonight. Who's afraid to make some calls? You can tell me straight up. You're afraid to make calls? I can feel the energy from you.
At least she stayed in her seat.
Yeah, we had a guy in Minnesota. Am I lying when I say we said we're going to make live calls? This dude grabs his backpack, gets up, and walks out the door.
right out the door.
It literally happened.
Didn't
bro.
look back.
There was a lot of teenagers in the audience. Sioux Falls brings their kids out. It's like date night, and you bring your kids out. It was awesome. And so we had, you know, a couple of people like Mollie, young teenage girl in the front row. I could see her body language go, crap, we're making calls.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, you afraid to make calls? She's, are you? Yes.
She sat in the front row, big mistake.
You don't sit in the front row at a Pace Morby event. You'll get picked on. Also, you don't sit in the back row either. I'll pick on you there back there too. I'll walk all the way back there. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go on teams. This is what I want to do tonight. We have a competition. The biggest competition is actually not about between the teams. The biggest competition is between two lead generation companies. One of them being our best friend, Jerry Norton. Who knows Jerry Norton in the wholesale world, Flipping Mastery? Jerry Norton sponsored the tour and said, let me give you leads for every single market so people don't have to cold call. The leads he gave us, please listen, these are the leads that we're going to be calling, have already been cold called. The sellers have already said, I'm interested in selling, just give me an offer. Okay, so we're not cold calling and saying, hi, are you interested in selling? We're not doing that. We're going to say, hey, somebody on my team said that you were open to an offer, blah, 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 blah. We'll go through all that in a minute. These leads have been freaking amazing. Like 70% answer rate. People are super receptive. Both cash deals and creative deals are being done. I think we've gotten about 50 deals done from these leads. We're getting text messages from people going, oh my gosh, we got another deal, we got another deal, we got another deal. Now, we have a new contender though, okay? Jerry's lead company is called warmleadsdaily.com. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. They're not available. He's not selling them yet. He's kind of perfecting his process. Then we had a company called Lead Genie come along and they were like, can we supply some leads tonight? And I want to see which leads are better. Are you guys open to like having these two people compete against each other? Yeah. The first thing everybody's going to do is pick a team lead. The second thing you're going to do is everybody's going to get their own lead, and you are going to text, that's step 3, text the seller, hi, Tom, this is Pace. My team said you were interested in selling. Are you good for a chat tonight? That's it. Something like that. Don't overcomplicate it. Even use improper punctuation. Less proper spelling, the better, just FYI. And stop. Then the team lead is Destiny. You would go, all right, let's call that seller. All you're going to do is go, it's okay for you to even go, hey, I'm sorry, I'm so brand new. I don't know much about real estate. Like, I don't care what you say to make it easier for you. All you want to do is go, I just want to make sure I gauge your interest. Are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Where are you at in trying to sell your house before the end of the year? Okay, I want to know what's their scale of selling their house 1 to 10 before the end of the year. And then they go, F you, don't ever call me back. That would be 0. An 11. Just kidding, that would be a 0, okay? If they say F you, it's a 0. And just go, F you too, have a good night, bye. And then hang up on them. They won't say F you. It's happened, but it doesn't happen that often. And if they say, I don't know where you got my number, that does happen too. That's a 0. Do we agree?
Okay.
If they say, I don't know, sometime next year, I'm going to give that a 3 or 4. If they say, I'm actually really interested in selling, I want an offer, I'm going to give that a 7 to 9. If they're like, dude, I'm in foreclosure, I'm going to lose my house in a week, that's a 10. Are we good to go?
And then we say we're going to...
People are already making calls. Is that Mitch over there? Who's making calls already? Is that Justin's team? Of course it's Justin's team. Okay, go. It was so fun. We were just kind of competing, friendly competition. Jamil and I had a $100 bet going on. Surprise, at the end of this, you'll find that I lost the bet. And I was supposed to give $100 to Jamil. Instead, I gave the $100 to Mollie because she had one of the greatest calls of the night. Dude!
That was amazing.
Dude!
Wow.
Are you kidding me right now?
That was your first call?
Yeah, but look.
That's a proud comment right there. Oh my God.
At the beginning, it was like a level 10. Were they mad?
Yeah, they were mad. They were like,
Oh, good. We don't want what?
Like, I don't know. I'm just here, so.
But they said they want to sell this year.
Yeah, they said it's their condo, so they really want to sell it.
But what were they mad about?
Because they said they keep getting calls and stuff.
Oh, that ain't your problem.
I know, I was
You
like,
freaking, and you were the best caller, dude. Are you kidding me? Yo, are you guys ready for the final tally?
The winner is WarmLeadsDaily.com.
So Jerry's leads one.
Jerry's leads one.
Where does this $100 go? It goes to my girl Molly for making her first call for the evening. Molly! By the way, that was Jamil's $100. I didn't want to give it to him, so I gave it to you. You killed it, dude. You had a freaking like level 10, and you could, while you were on the call, were you not thinking, how the heck do I get off this call? Anybody learn something tonight? Did we have some fun tonight? Okay, cool. All right. You know what? We're not like hype guys. We're just happy to be here. So, Chris Neer, give it up for Chris Neer.
And truly give it up for yourselves for taking time out of your night.
Give it up for Molly!
Yeah.
Okay, so now that like the endorphins have settled and now the call was an hour ago, do you feel like you could do that again?
probably, yeah.
Do you feel like, wow, I'm glad I overcame my fear?
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to make a call at some point.
You did it.
Time, and I did it, so.
You freaking did it, and you earned 100 of Jamil's dollars tonight.
It was a great night of just meeting people and like learning how to call, I guess. I've never done that before, so that was a little nerve-wracking, but I think it went well. Well, I asked him how much he wanted to sell. It was his condo, and he said, he didn't really give me a number, but he said he really wants to sell, and he's been trying to sell for a long time, so I took that as like a 10.
Oh, nice.
And he actually like gave me a time for whoever's gonna call him next to call him. So he like set up a time himself to be like, hey, call me this time because I really want to set up this deal. Okay. And he was even asking me about numbers. He was like I need some good numbers, like this is what I want. And I was like, I don't know how to do numbers, but I'll get you somebody who can. That was my very first call, yeah. I feel like if I do it a few more times, it'll probably become easier. And like even Pace said like that's like the worst that it gets. Yeah, I think so. I think I'll try it out some more.
South Dakota! Great places, great places!
Here's what my big takeaway was for South Dakota. You can flip here, you can develop here, you can do everything here because the retail market is still hot and accepting. It's still a buyer's market here, but it's not a heavy duty buyer's market. Like in Phoenix, Arizona, it is like a buyer can go, yeah, I like that house, but I want 120 grand off. And you'll be like, oh, okay, how about 121? Just take the house off my hands. The market in real estate in big markets right now is very, very slow. It is very much buyers dominating the market. So here, it's still buyer oriented, but it's light buyer oriented. It's not seller's market, it's a buyer's market still. But houses are selling in a day, 2 days, 3 days if they're priced appropriately. Phoenix is not, that's not happening. Even when they're priced appropriately, people are like, yeah, I don't care. Interest rates are high, right? Okay, cool. What does that tell you? That tells you you can develop here, build new housing, people can afford it. You can still get a really killer house here for $250. Phoenix, our median home price is $450, right? Here, you're paying $250, $300. Fargo, North Dakota, you could get a killer property for $500,000, like within a couple of acres. So it's affordable. People are working remote. I talked to a girl today in the meetup. She says, I work remote and I have for 20 years. I make $500,000 a year and I live in South Dakota. I'm like, that's like making $3 million a year in Phoenix, Arizona. So she has the hack. She's doing it virtually and making good money, and she chose a really amazing market. So here's what I would do if I came to Sioux Falls. I would get Jerry's leads because we did the math. 90 out of 95 leads, I could get 12 contracts. Like 1 out of every 8 leads I get a contract, and I would just wholesale to the people here locally that are flipping. I'd make $40,000, $50,000. I would just wholesale right here, and then I would pull the sub 2 and seller finance deals and do some co-living stuff This is a hot market for co-living. It's starting to become unaffordable for rents here because Sioux Falls is starting to grow rapidly. And it's an awesome market. I could literally, I'm not joking, I could literally live in Sioux Falls or Fargo, North Dakota. I could. Sioux Falls, you were incredible. This was an incredible stop. This was an epic meetup in an epic city, and this is an epic state. And I'll tell you right now, if I lived here in South Dakota, I would be so happy that people are overlooking this state because there is no competition here. There's no competition. Nobody's here. Nobody's marketing to sellers. Nobody even knows that business. It's almost like wholesale real estate does not even exist here. I looked at the average days on market here. So average days on market can really tell you what's going on with the market. So Fargo, North Dakota, average days on market was 41. What's the average days on market in Phoenix, Arizona? It's 87, more than double. A good balanced market is like 25 days on market. Okay, so like you put a house on the market, you get an offer within 30 days. That's like a good balanced market. Okay. So Fargo's at 41. Okay, cool. So it's like leaning towards more buyer friendly, but it's still close enough to that 30-day, 25-day mark that you want to kind of stay around. Sioux Falls is 30 days on market. It's like right on the button. So what does that tell you? That means houses are selling here very fast. And what that tells you is that those houses that you see them popping up, they'll all sell within 30 days. No houses, I shouldn't say this. There are houses that are sitting around. So I went to Dill Sauce, one of our sponsors. I went to Dill Sauce and I looked up long days on market. So over 100 days, no equity. And there's 40, which means I could buy 40 sub-2 deals right now just by calling sellers. So guys, make sure you subscribe so you guys can see the next city. We're gonna change it up every time. Like every meetup's a little bit different. So hit the notification bell so you guys can see every single state. Some states are getting multiple stops, right? Like Florida's getting 6, Texas is getting 6, California getting 5. I can't believe I'm even saying that. We're not even 10% of the way through the tour. So guys, give us some love down in the comments. If you're sticking around, please go check out our sponsors down below. Prime Corporate Services, Relay Financial, Pad Split, United Wealth. You know what? Get ready, because I'm going to be starting to show you guys how to use these sponsors in some of these videos. Not just like shout them out, but I'm going to show you how to use them properly in the upcoming videos. We'll see you guys in the next video. I did not get a chance to actually go into Sioux Falls. Actually, I can see this church out here with the red dots on it right here. It was built in 1910. I watched a couple of videos about Sioux Falls. See this freaking statue? What is that statue? It's a very famous statue.
Michael Jackson?
Michelangelo.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's the statue of David.
Oh,
Okay. I know a lot about Sioux Falls now.